Hello, welcome back to the final episode of the season, of our first season being in charge. We've already won the Premiership by 4 points with a good 4-0 victory over Watford, and before that beating Huddersfield. First up, we're going to have the FA Cup final against Tottenham. We've only conceded 3 goals. We had a good 2-0 victory over Middlesbrough, Lukaku and Luke Shaw scoring. Then we had a 2-0 away win at Burnley, Martial with both goals, before we kind of stumbled against Charlton, 0-0 at home, which should have been a gimme, but I think I rotated aside quite a lot in that one, before beating them away 4-1 with Lukaku scoring 2, Mata and Zlatan scoring. One of the very few times he has featured in the team. Then we had a 6th round win against Southampton, quite pleasing, Mkhitaryan scoring 2 and Icardi. Now, Cardi started banging in quite a few on the bounce at that point. And then we had a solid and most satisfying victory against Liverpool. Cardi, Herrera, Martial, and then an own goal to seal the deal. So a 4 win against Liverpool. Tottenham, on the other hand, I've had, they've been banging them in. Drawing Chelsea in the third round and going to a replay. Did really well with the 0-0 away from home, and then beating them 2-0 with Eriksen scoring both goals. Then they went on to beat West Ham 3-1. Eriksen again amongst the goals. Then Harry Kane started scoring. I think he'd realised he can actually put the ball in net as well. So they had a 3-0 win at home to Wigan, 3-2 away win at Wolves, with Harry Kane scoring a hat-trick. And then in the semi-final, they beat Sheffield Wednesday 4-2, which they did leave it late, last 20 minutes. I think on a whole, we're slightly better. We've both been scoring goals. FA Cup Part 2 of the treble is about to commence. So the side that we're going to go with for the final is De Gea is going to remain in goal. The guy is he's absolutely brilliant. He's one person I don't think we could ever replace, really. But then again, we said that United said that about Schmeichel, and look who they found. De Gea, granted, it took him about a year or so to get settled, but he has, and he's come up trumps. So, at the back, we're going to have Darwin. Valencia wanted to bring in, but he's not quite match fit. Bailey, Smalling and Shaw at the back. Pretty solid. We're going to have Fellaini, Pogba and Herrera in the middle. We just want to consolidate that midfield, get ourselves in front, control the game, and then we can bring some of the other players in. And then we're going to have Martial and Mkhitaryan out on the wings. Mkhitaryan played really well in the last game. I think he had 2-3 assists, I think, out of the 4. So I can't drop him. Martial, he's not playing as well. However, again, he's one of these players you can't really drop. And Icardi, our top goal scorer, is going to be our lone striker. To fit all our players in, I ideally want to be playing 2 up front, but I can't fit them in anyway, unless I wiggle the top 3 around. It makes us a little bit more narrow, which we don't tend to like to play. But even so, this is a side that's going to go with it. They're going narrow, really, 5-2-2-1. So they're going to stifle. So we're going to come round the back, or around the sides, I reckon. So we should be able to exploit that quite well. Vorm is in goal. Vertonghen, Alderweireld, Sanchez at the back. Aora, Danny Rose, Wanyama, Dyer, Eriksen, Jones and Harry Kane up front. Providing we can stifle Harry Kane, we shouldn't be a problem. He's got 26 and 34 with 6 assists, so that's 32 and 34. That's not bad at all. Icardi, on the other hand, 30 out of 37 with 11 assists, so 41 from 37 goals really he's been involved in. So it's slightly better. Tell the team they're expected to prove a point today. Well, let's hope we can. Been on a good run. All the body expected to come back. Expect nothing but a win. These fans have passionately say then. Prove everybody that you're winners. Oh, look at that. I think I've chosen the right one there. The positive atmosphere amongst the group is tangible as they look ready for kick-off. Right, FA Cup final, Wembley. Big group hugs as we kick off. Right to left to right, sorry. And we're in our... Oh, he's just been taken out. We're in our red and white strip, which I prefer, to be perfectly honest. So Tottenham, first chance. Well headed out. Sanchez picks it up straight back to Eriksen. Seriously, we're giving away a goal like that 3 minutes in. Oh, this is a bit of unexpected. I mean, that's a poor goal to give away. And was there a deflection? Quite possibly a deflection there. Herrera. Martial, bring out wide to Shaw, is out on the wing. Ball come in. Icardi must be there somewhere. Penalty. He's given a penalty. Someone's penaltied. Don't know who it was, but is that Icardi? Icardi, our top goal scorer, and buries it. That's another goal for Icardi. Wonderful stuff. We're back on level terms. We're slow starting into this game. It has to be said. 40% of the possession. That's a well taken penalty there. Come on, guys. You're playing for a Champions League final place, and Danny Rose has just gone and put one in. Oh, come on, lads. This is ridiculous. Eriksen with another corner, or another cross more like. And Danny Rose. I'm not impressed at all in the slightest. And Fellaini's got himself booked already, which he doesn't seem to have been playing quite well. I'm going to search to say we've been the better. To show me something else in the second half, and they love it. Fellaini going to come off. We're going to put Pogba on deep line playmaker, and then we're going to bring in Asensio and I think start the game off second half. So Tottenham kick off. Hopefully that one change will get the fingers out a little bit, because this isn't on. 39% of the possession we've had. This is the FA Cup final. Are we that tired from our excerpts from the Premiership? They think they've done enough. Pogba comes forward and has a go. Okay, nothing really seems to be happening, and we're struggling a little bit. So I'm going to have to... Mkhitaryan, you can come off. Lingard, you're on. Apart from... we're going to bring Lukaku in as well. Lingard, you can go as winger and support. Martial really hasn't done that much. We could push Icardi up there, which we will do. Confirm the changes. Let's get out of them then, please, guys. What on earth is going on? 5 minutes to go. Eriksen with a free kick. Can we nick the ball? And he's got it again. Blasted it well wide. So, I've got to go attack him. 3 minutes of overtime to go. Lukaku comes forward. Bring it for... Oh. Could we end up losing the FA Cup final? Seriously. Dyer, he's gone. That's a sending off offence. Everybody go up. Come on. Oh, come on. We're in the minute. Pulls it up. Lingard. Inside again. Out wide to Herrera. Oh, it's a good strike. I can't believe this. Wow. We got beat. Well, I'm not happy about that at all. That's poor defending. I mean, 4 minutes in, I truly just don't know what to say. Well, bang goes a treble. That would have been quite good. I haven't done what Ferguson managed to do in his first season, but I did win the league. Far from pleased from what I saw. We've hardly conceded goals all the way through that competition. Then we just lose to Tottenham. Although Tottenham have been a bogey side this season, really. We're winning a loss against them. Defeating the cup final. Lost in English FA Cup final for 2-1 defeat by Tottenham. We beat Liverpool in the semi-final. We absolutely hammered them. We come press conference about to begin. Well, send the assistant to that. We received nearly $1 million. Paid out 500,000. Why? We lost. We shouldn't be paying anything out. Enough about the FA Cup final. Domestic stuff. We don't want that stuff. We want the Champions League Cup final, which we will be playing against Man City. So we'll scrap that one out of the way very quickly. The Champions League final. Hopefully we can come away with a victory there. Last game of the season. That's just disappointing, that is. I can't believe it. Right, so here we are. Champions League Cup final against Man City. So this is how we got there. I think we kind of topped Group B in the end. There we go. Quite formidably, really. We only had the one loss, and that was just a freak result. We just didn't play really well at all. But we kind of came out there unscathed. Then we played PSG, which, to be perfectly honest, after the first leg, I didn't think we would really actually go through that one. But we turned it around at the home leg. Icardi, Martial and Fellaini scoring. Again, we left it very, very late. Apart from Icardi getting us back into the game after 2 minutes, Martial and Fellaini, 94th and 95th minute winners. So, very, very pleasing. Dortmund, same sort of thing. Martial again on the score sheet in both games. Same with Fellaini. So they were doing the job for us really. And then in the semi-final, beautiful play against Chelsea away from home, 89th and 96th minute, getting us the victories there with Lukaku, which reminds me, I'll put him in rather than Icardi, because Lukaku virtually got us there. That's them guys. So Man City, again, they just had the 2 losses, Athletic and Madrid, but they turned it around. So their group, so Group A, where did they finish? Well, they finished top as well. Not as convincing, but they did have Bayern Munich in there, and it was a quite hard group for them. So did they lose twice against them? Did they? Well, actually, no. They lost to with a beat. They drew and beat Bayern, so they did well there. But they lost against Celtic, which I would have assumed they would have hammered them quite easily. So they navigated the group quite well, considering they had Bayern in there. Spartak, good 1-0 wins, home and away. Atletico, well, then they went on to play both Madrid games, a loss and a win, and then obviously 2 wins in the semi-final against Real Madrid. So they're on a bit of a better form than what we were. So both of us safely navigated. I mean, has there ever been a derby final in the Champions League or Europe? There is today. So the side that's going to face Man City, it is going to be De Gea in goal, Darmian, Bailey, Smalling and Blind at the back. Shaw's suspended. We've got Matic, Pogba and Herrera in midfield, quite solid. Lingard is going to replace Mkhitaryan. Rashford's going to replace Martial out on the wings, and then Lukaku up front. Let's get this final on the road. Hopefully we can win a double as opposed to a treble. Can't go out and lose this one as well, surely. Coming quite attacking at us. Jesus is up front. Perisic, Silva, both Silvers are in there. Bernardo and David. Gundogan, De Bruyne, oh grief. Mendy, Otamendi, Company and Walker, Edison in goal. Passionately say, you deserve the trophy, let's go out there and win it. And they're quite happy. They're ready for kick-off. Not going to say too much. They know what's to be done. With Man City kicking off, as long as we don't concede a goal in the first 4 minutes. Where are we actually playing? In Nice, is it? In France, is it? The final? Again, we've started off very slow. We've not had a shot on goal. Bernardo with a ball in. And we've conceded straight away again. 15 minutes in. So after a very good season, we just seem to be tailing off quite considerably. It's a good goal, but should never have happened. We've not had a shot yet, lads. Come on. Right, and they come forward again. Gundogan this time. Plays it to Perisic. Oh, great interception there. Lukaku on his own. He's going to fall over in a minute. No, ball into Pogba, out to Herrera, and there is the equaliser. Herrera comes straight through the middle. And that's our first shot on goal and our first on target as well. We're ending in the goal. Lukaku holds it up quite well, brings it inside, sees the run of Pogba, who just stood there because he's Pogba, and plays a lovely ball into Herrera, who just runs onto it and just smashes it in. Something's happened. Herrera is now injured. Oh, wonderful. Potential foot injury. Who have we got to go in there? Really, Fellaini or Mata. Well, Fellaini, you're going to have to go in. See what happens there. Right, Rashford has it. Plays it out to nobody in particular. Good ball to Man City. We get it away again. To nobody in particular again. Gundogan this time out wide to Walker. Inside to Bernardo. Oh, for goodness sake, come on. Bernardo Silva again. And Perisic left on his... What is wrong with them? Why are they not playing? Walker brings it down to Bernardo. Just plays it. Darmian, what are you playing at, son? Right, we need to get this back on track again. Come on. We actually destroyed everybody in the league. Ball in, Rashford. Over. Great cross by Lingard. Right, Fellaini with the ball. Throw into Matic, who gets easily tackled, but Rashford does have it. Pogba again over to Rashford. Great diving save by Edison. Could have been a goal. Would have liked it to have been a goal. But we don't seem to do well on these one-off games, do we? Oh, great interception by Rashford. Well seen. Comes forward to Lingard. Smashes it into him. Back to Rashford. Inside Lukaku. And there it is. It's a great goal. Well worked. Now hopefully we can build on it. So we've had the same amount of shots on target as City themselves now, even though they've had more possession. But good ball in by Lingard to Rashford. And that's great play between the top three. I just don't think I could take any more of this. Right, can we... Pogba. Will you keep it down? Don't shoot. You don't need to shoot all the time. Although he has an assist, 2 assists and Rashford assists. Right. Bernardo, ball out. Let's get it again. Lukaku holds it up to Rashford, who's going to run and get tackled or not. Pogba sees it. Oh, this is lovely. I can't keep up. Ball in then. Lingard. Fellaini. Well, that's a turnaround in the first half. Who would have thought in the final? We're actually turning it around. This should have happened in the FA Cup final. But Lingard, lovely ball in. And smashes it from Fellaini. I mean, is that 2 assists now from Lingard, is it? No, Lingard, Rashford and Pogba both, all 3 with the assists. Right, De Silva has it. Oh, it's a great tackle. A great ball back to them. What, did he feel sorry for him because he lamped him one? Perisic, we're coming up to half time. We have got 3 minutes of added time. Let's get the ball out to Lingard. He just gets past his man. Is this another ball in? And there it is again. Lukaku 4-2. Oh my lord. Lukaku is repaying us back for having faith. But this is wonderful stuff. I mean, Lingard runs, skips past his man out on the right hand side, and a lovely crossing with Lukaku just waiting there. Considering we're slow starting, we've got none of the possession, which I'm not liking one little bit. And ironically, we haven't got our most expensive players on the pitch, with Icardi and Asensio. But that is half time. We have got one hand on the trophy. Lingard is run apparently nearly 10 kilometres in that first half. I don't really want to change anything, so tell the boys they're excellent. I'll do that then. Let's start the second half. The one time I let the assistant take over on the team talk. Fellaini, lovely. De Bruyne really does take it off. Oh, great sliding tackle though. Who was that? Oh, they win it back easily enough. Bernardo comes forward. Jesus. Walker. Ball in. Oh, what a save. Fingertipped over the bar. And they're coming at us. 40 minutes to go. Can we hold off a bit longer? Come on. We're 4-2 or we can't let them attack. Oh, that's good enough. Gundogan they're just all over us. A great sliding tackle by Lingard. Doing some defensive duties there. We're almost there, chaps. Almost there. So, Lukaku, you can stay where you are. Lingard, yeah, I'm happy with that. Midfield, I'm really happy. But we're just going to change that up to counter. We want to bring... Well, Martial, you can come on for Rashford. We have got one more sub to make. We'll see if Lukaku can grab a hat-trick. If not, then we'll bring Icardi on. It's kind of... the game's running away from Man City. Who, to be perfectly honest, have outplayed us, really. Oh, unless they get one back. No, good stop by De Gea at your near post. We'll make one more substitution. I don't really want to take Lukaku off. He's played really well. So we'll bring Icardi on. Just a swap up there. We'll do that. Confirm the changes. And this looks like it is it. And come on, Icardi. Let's finish it off. Preferably, you want to... I don't know why I did that, because I thought that would have been it, but that has to be it. Just lumped it forward and that's it. We are champions of Europe. Champion is away, away, away. Now you want some of them players to choke on that ticker-tape that's being flown around. It's not very health and safety, is it? Lingard, he covered 15 kilometres in the end. Very, very good end to the season. So we did complete a double, probably two of the hardest ones really. Yes, they were excellent. Very pleased with your performance. Congratulations, enjoy these moments, you deserve it. Oh yes, they did like it as well. United are celebrating a double after beating Man City 4-2 in the Champions Cup final. So to take great wins with them, perhaps most notable 5-1 victory over Shakhtar, convincing 5-2 win over Dortmund. It was a convincing 4-0 victory over Olympiacos with a 3-1 aggregate win over PSG. That was a highlight. That's what set us up really. Despite being considered amongst the leading contenders in the Champions Cup, we've deservedly received plaudits for guiding the Red Devils to their double trophy haul. We have indeed. Herrera's got himself injured. Well, you were a very, very good servant in that game. You set us on that way. So very well played, and you probably deserve a rest. Nearly 14 million though for winning. Apparently, fans will be nursing hangovers. They're worshipping me. That's all I need to. They're worshipping me. I'm a god, and they're delighted. So we have stopped that rot really. So the last time we won it 2007-2000 against Chelsea, and we've had to wait quite a while. Champions Cup award winners announced. So the award winners have been announced. So European Cup goalkeeper of the season, Oblak, Buffon and De Gea third. Defender of the season, Smalling got second spot. Midfielder of the season, well, we've got all of them. Martial, Pogba and Herrera, well done lads. And forward of the season, Lukaku and Icardi are in there first and third. So we'll congratulate all of them guys. Is what you need to do. Well done. End of season awards. So fans player of the season is Icardi, followed by Lukaku and then Mkhitaryan. Surprisingly enough, I've just transferred him. Since I saw that deal for the Bale go through, I thought we might transfer him and try and recoup some of that money back, but may have to change it. Goal of the season, Lukaku again. Signing of the season, Icardi, 49 million. And young player of the season is Luke Shaw. Preview, match of the season, the 4-1 win against Chelsea, and most game to forget, 2-1 loss against Bournemouth. It's not that bad really. Squad dynamics update. So I put together a report on the changes to club's dynamics over the year. Things can change a lot in here, so I advise you keep an eye on the significance. Right, team leaders, Carrick, De Gea and Pogba. Okay. Influential players, yeah, there's nothing there really. And the managerial support is quite well. Support for you have recently seen a slight improvement, and players are very happy to lead in the club and looking forward to future with you at the helm. Well, we've got another 19 seasons to go, please people. So, end of season meeting. I think that would be a good idea to let the players know what you plan to achieve next season. Okay, plans for next season. Right, congratulations. The title's a great achievement and you all deserve a break now. Because I won't accept anything less than winning it again next time round. Season 8, it's time for you to go in the words of every single deserve the rest. And we're going to qualify. We've already qualified. When the season's now finished, it's time to focus what we could do. I think we could. Oh, they love it. It's going to be a lot of hard work, says Icardi, and the effort to become champions again. But I know we've got what it takes. That's exactly the reaction I was looking for. Before we sign off, let's just have a look at see how the club has performed. Well, the players, the team. So let's have a look at the appearances. Who's played the most? So De Gea, without a doubt, he has played the most. Followed by Herrera, Pogba, Bailey. Mkhitaryan actually has been in there, so he's featured quite a lot. Even though I've put him on the transfer market, I'm wondering whether to take him back off again. But I want somebody else in there, and I think Hazard can do better. I mean, he's worth 51 million. He's at 200 grand a week, so I think we can find somebody better in there. Icardi, I'm not even gonna. I mean, to come in when he did and play 38 games is fantastic. Ashley Young, well, he's been out on loan, but he's played 38 games and scored 8 goals. So again, he's probably one of the players that we'll probably look to utilise as a rotational player, I think. Darmian, I haven't been overly impressed, but between him and Valencia, can't really argue. Luke Shaw's 35, and considering I was going to get rid of him at the beginning of the season, he's played quite a lot. Although I'm disappointed by the amount of assists he's had. So everybody really has played quite a lot of games. Carrick, we'll probably see the last of him really. Same with Zlatan. Ramirez deputised when he can. Mata's played a few games. Again, it's possibly a player we're looking to move along, because I can't really see him fitting into the side apart from on the right hand side, but we've got Lingard, and it all depends whether we keep Mkhitaryan or not. Right, the goals, as you would expect. Icardi's only just come in. Did he come in? He came in right at the beginning of the season actually, didn't he? So between him and Lukaku and Martial and Rashford, our three forwards, all in double figures, Icardi hits 31 goals with Lukaku with 19, who's played probably just over half of his, and he scored 19. That's phenomenal stuff really. Assists, Mkhitaryan leading assist. Herrera's over 12. Icardi again, he's up there. So he's made a major impact. Asensio, he was brought in ready for the assists as well, and he hasn't really done it really, to be fair. But they have been passed out throughout the whole side. Average rating, Lukaku, surprisingly. But between him and Icardi, then you've got Pogba, Herrera. So everybody until you get down to Ashley Young, who hasn't really played for, well, he hasn't played for us. De Gea, disappointing 6.9, but he is a goalkeeper. So Daley Blind, to be honest, I thought he played really well when he played a few times. So I mean, he has played 25 games. To be under 7, and considering we finished top of the table, disappointing. Same with Matic, disappointing. So the table, we kind of won that by 4 points. It went into the last game. Losses, disappointingly, against Arsenal, West Ham, Tottenham, Man City and Bournemouth. But the good thing is, they were all away from home. So it means we were unbeaten at home. At the bottom, relegated, we've got West Brom, who only just go down, Brighton and Huddersfield. Sky Bet Championship, Birmingham, Hull and Sheffield Wednesday come up. But Bolton, Burton and Nottingham Forest are relegated. NK Dons and Scunthorpe get promoted from League One. Wigan and Rotherham are in the playoff final, I believe. Plymouth, Doncaster, Rochdale and Bristol Rovers being relegated from that division. And then from Division 2 we've got Luton, Mansfield and Chesterfield going out of the league. We have Morecambe and Accrington. So we're looking at players that are interested to come to Old Trafford for the next season. And here they are. Well, Neymar, Dembele, Griezmann, Bale, Isco, Russo. If you'd like to get involved, make a few comments. See who you'd like to see to come to the club. Griezmann is a big shout. Again, we're looking for someone on the right hand side. Gareth Bale, ideally I'd like to try and get in there. We shall see. Marco Reus is in there. That's a possibility. And Tony Cruz as well. So we look at someone on the right hand side and in midfield, I think is where we need to strengthen. But I think we're going to leave it there, because I think we're going on for quite a while now, this video, and I think we need to close off quite easily or soon. Disappointing that we lost the FA Cup final, but we did win the Cup, the Champions League. So that is what we really wanted to see and what we really wanted. So 2 trophies out of possible treble that we were after. So hopefully we can replicate that next season. So if you enjoyed that video, please pop a like on there. If you'd like to see more and see where we go from here, especially the transfers, please subscribe, and thank you very much for watching. Thank you.